Now I'm ready. Hello everyone, welcome back. Happy New Year. How was your New Year? I hope it was as exciting as mine is. I'm pre-filming this, so it's not actually New Year yet. But today I'm going to bring you my 2018 reading goals. Now, like 2 weeks ago, 1 week ago, 2 weeks ago, I previously have uploaded my 2017 reading goal achievements, and so I figured I would follow that up with my 2018 reading goals. So I had some okay progress with my reading goals last year. I think I completed like 3 out of 6 or something like that. I only have 5 this year, which I think is good, and they're a mixture of specific and vague, so we're gonna go with that. So without further ado, let's jump right into it. So first is I want to reread the Ober Newton series. It's gonna be a bit of a commitment. This one is a bit of an ambitious one. I read these in I think 2008 to start with, and it's been a couple of years. I think I've reread them once already, but the last one has come out. It was like a 5-year gap between me finishing this one and then the last one coming out. So I don't remember really anything that happens in this series, and so I would like to reread them so that I can read the last one and finally complete the series. And the last book of that series is The Red Queen, and it is tiny but dense. I also met the author, Isabel Carmody, last year, and she signed my first book, and she was just the loveliest human. Oh my goodness, that was probably one of the greatest moments of my 2017. So my next reading goal is to read The Six of Crows duology. I have heard so much hype about these books. I've heard it's an amazing series. It's got heists, it's got adventure, it's got a lot of different characters, so I'm just down for all of that. But to read that, it's not compulsory or like necessary to read the previous series, but I would like to, just so that I can get like a bit of overview of the world, and that is the Shadow and Bone trilogy that sort of introduces the Grisha universe. So I will get to those 3 and then the Six of Crows duology, so that's a total of 5 books as far as I know. So my next goal is a continuation of last year, and it is to read more Rick Riordan books, and I want to read all of them, and I feel like a year is enough time to properly actually have that as a goal. I have read the first 2 of the Percy Jackson series, and I have the next 3, so I'm gonna start with that, and then we'll move on to the next 2 series that he has, and then the next 2 series that he has. My next 2 are more so like, not like specific books to read, but more so like ambiguous goals. First of all, I would like to read different genres. I previously, and like just historically, I read a lot of fiction and I read a lot of young adult contemporary books, basically. In the past, I've had no problem with that. I still have no problem with that. I love those genres, and I don't see the point in reading things that I don't enjoy. But I would like to see what other genres I do actually enjoy, and I have heard a few recommendations that I want to sort of get into. I also sort of contribute my lack of diversity in reading to the booktube content that I consume. I watch basically the same 5 channels, and they all basically read fiction, young adult, and contemporary, and that's it. Again, it's what I enjoy, and so that's why I watch and read it, but again, I want to be a bit more diverse. So I want to start getting into more adult fiction, historical fiction, some thriller. There is a book that Reagan from Peruse Project recommended, and I think it's called The Night Film or something like that, and it's supposedly a really good thriller book. I have a few recommendations. Carrie from Carrie Cake, she is a vlogger who lives in Seoul, Korea. She's recommended a few Korean authors in one of her videos, and I really want to check some of those out. I also want to sort of start reading more biographies, and I know that previously I've said that I don't like biographies, but I liked Dodie's. I have Anna Kendrick's up on my TBR shelf, so I'm going to give that one a go, but biographies are something that I'd like to get a bit more into. And look, I've tried to read classics before, but it just never works for me, so I'm probably not going to read many classics. My final reading goal for 2018 is to reduce my TBR shelf. And I'm going to do this a couple of ways. First of all, I'm going to do a 1 in, 1 out rule for at least the first couple of months of the year, meaning that I can only buy a new book if I finish reading another book, so that I can hopefully start to reduce the mess that's happening up here. I would like to ideally reduce it by at least 1 shelf before the end of the year. I think that's probably achievable. I read enough for it to be fine, but yeah, I would just like to have less books up there that I haven't read. And because there's so many series up there that I want to read, and like obviously I buy the books because I want to read the books, but I just don't read the books because I buy new ones and then I read those ones and then I don't read the ones that I have up there. Like there's like A Darker Shade of Magic, the Grisha trilogy, Daughter of Smoke and Bone, Caraval, All the Boys I've Loved Before, The Raven Cycle. Like there are so many series up there that I have the best intentions of reading, but I haven't actually gotten around to them because I keep buying the new books that come out. So one in, one out is my beginning process for that. I might update you a bit later on if it changes, but that's what my last goal is for 2018. So wish me luck. I think that it's not too ambitious. The Percy Jackson one probably is still a bit too ambitious, and like the Obra Chronicles one is probably going to be a bit difficult, but what's a challenge? Anyway, so thank you for watching this video if you made it this far. Let me know in the comments what your 2018 reading goals are going to be because I love to hear about them. And yeah, I hope you enjoyed this video and I hope you're having a great day and I'll see you guys next time. Bye!